Okay, before I get started, can you hear me? Because it's been really hard. Okay, I want to make sure everyone hears me. So a lot of you don't know a couple things about me, so I want to tell you, and which sets me apart from the other candidates. By the way, they're all my friends. So, first of all, before I tell you about me, Tom Begich cannot win this race. Had a nice conversation at an earlier event with Nick. Tom may come across as reasonable, but he represents leftist extremists, and that's what we need to remember. If he is elected, you will have an income tax. The pensions will be reinstated, which will sink the state. We will not have someone who will work with Trump to expedite our resource development project. So we need to get a Republican elected, and that's what I hope you get as your takeaway this evening. That's the most important thing. Now, just a wee bit about me that sets me apart is I virtually have lived in every district of the state. I came up in the 70s and lived in Hoona, roughing it in a cabin, no electricity, no running water, an outhouse, using a washboard and a plunger to do laundry, living off the land, eating venison, fish, digging clams, picking berries, growing food. So I had the ultimate Alaskana experience and I loved it. After that, we lived out in Bethel in Western Alaska, up above the Arctic Circle, in Fort Yukon, in Fairbanks this season, down in Seward on the Kenai Peninsula, and finally in 1990 in Palmer. So I have a unique statewide perspective, which is really important, because picture a map of Alaska across the lower 48. You've all seen that, haven't you? We are like multiple states in one state. We have unique challenges. And I have, every place I live, part of my heart is there. I have a statewide perspective, very important. Another thing that I bring to the table is I have worked and accomplished things in the legislature. Actually, now don't get too nervous as conservative Republicans, working across the political spectrum. But I did it, folks, I did it without forsaking my conservative values and principles, but I got things across the finish line. And when I did it, I stuck with the positions when I very first ran for House. You could take my postcard from when I ran for House a long time ago. I have stuck with everything. So when you vote for me, you get what I campaign on. I keep my word. If you vote for someone who doesn't have a proven conservative track record, you may be okay if that person sticks to it, but if they don't, we're in trouble. And we've seen that happen in Alaska and across the state before. You need someone you can count on. When they say what they say when they campaign, they have to govern that way, and that's very important. Another thing is, because I've been successful consensus building without forsaking my values, I have relationships with the legislature. There's not one legislator who is not welcome and who's come into my office. There's not one legislator where I can't walk into their office and work with them. And that's very important. If we care about our kids and we care about our future, you have to have someone that can work with people. And I bring that to the table. So those are just a few of those things. Knowledge of the issues. I want to cast a vision for you a bit, and Adam did a good job about resource development and roads. But one of our situations that is coming on is our fiscal situation. And there is a way to get our fiscal house in order. It takes working with the legislature to do it, but we need to work on it. We have to bring the budget down. And I have so many things that would take way too long, and you're standing, and I'm not going to take a long time, but I'm just going to give you one peek into it. Under Obamacare and Governor Walker, we expanded Medicaid, and we brought on all the working age adults, able-bodied adults, that were under certain poverty. We expanded our rolls. Did you know that in the United States of America, 1 in 5 is on Medicaid? That's bad enough. But in Alaska, it's more than 1 on 3. We have to change that. That is not sustainable. One of the ways we change it There are young people that I have had employers repeatedly tell me they offer them a promotion because they see promise, they see a hard work ethic, they see potential, and that young person will turn that job down because they lose their Medicaid. That is not okay. That is a broken system. We have to create a step down off of Medicaid. And here's the other thing, for the projects that we need someone who will fight and work with Trump to get them through quickly. Industry is already talking about bringing people from out of state for those jobs. If we have hardworking young men and women on Medicaid, they should be trained for those jobs. So not only are you going to keep that money from exiting the state, you are going to lower the Medicaid rolls. So that's just one sample. I would love to chat with you with other ideas, but this state holds so much potential, and I believe that just like the oil boom was a game changer, there are so many things lining up that we're going to have a game-changing situation in a short time. But there's going to be a period, what I'm calling a rough patch, where you're going to need a governor you can trust to hold the line, who is used to getting beat up. I'm used to getting beat up. I get beat up a lot in the legislature. But someone will hold the line and work hard to bring these projects forward. So that's what I bring to the table, and I hope with that you will consider supporting me. This is a big race, and our most important thing is to elect a Republican. We cannot let the Democrats gain ground. Right now they control the House, they control the Senate in Juneau, and they are chomping at the bit to control the seat of the governor. We cannot let them. Thank you, everyone.